Hi guys, it's me Daniel, Danibuttons, coming at ya with my janky nails again, including I just broke one. It still looks okay, but it was a lot longer. And I blame Christy from Crafting with Christy, because she messaged me today and was like, oh my gosh, are those your real nails? And I was like, yes. She's like, wow, I break mine all the time. And I was like, I don't, but then I did. So, thanks a lot. No, I'm just kidding. It was just funny that it happened. But I get my nails this long. I use nail hardener and regular nail base and like kind of alternate, but you don't want to use just nail hardener because then they get super hard and they like shatter when they break, which is what happened to that guy. So anyway, all that introduction to say I am here with my what I colored in December video, everybody's favorite video of the month, but maybe not. Maybe it's the haul videos are your favorite. You'll have to let me know what video is your favorite of the month. I did pretty good. I want to say I colored near 30 pages, so amazing for me in December compared to other months, but yeah, we'll just see. They're really in no particular order besides my one non-Christmas is at the bottom, so let's just get into it. This first book is 50 Winter Miniatures by Camilla Angelkova. As you hopefully saw, I did an advent calendar of coloring pages where I was supposed to color 24 different pages, one every day. And I will link the first video up above and you can just kind of search them all up that way. But I did not get all of the pages done, but I got a lot of them done. So I'm happy about that. And I'm hoping to continue coloring all throughout next year with Jolly Coloring 2021 as our hashtag. And so, yeah, I did 3, I think, in here. That came out weird, that noise. This one I actually did for a video. This was my monochrome challenge where I did all brown. I really want it to be different because there's obviously going to be a lot of Christmassy things in this book. And I figured let's mix up that color scheme. So I did some gold accents and some glitter and a lot of brown. But I like it. I think it came out fun. Then I have these fun ladies, if that's what they are. I don't even know. But I actually really like how this came out. They kind of creep me out, but I love them now. So I did silver to color up their snowflake hats, and then I did some purple metallic on their clothing, which I think is showing up all right. Sometimes the metallic is so reflective that you don't really see anything, so it is supposed to be purple, not gunmetal gray. And then I also outlined some of this in silver, it looks like, and I just do some like a little bit of dots on the snow so that when you wiggle it you can tell, but when you're just looking at it, it doesn't really look like much. But I thought they came out really cute. And then finally, I did this one. Oh, I did 2 more and I didn't even realize it. I did this one live for my monthly live video. So that's when I did this. I, again, tried to go for a little bit of a different color scheme. So it was like a deep green, a orange, and a teal blue. Well, I guess, and light blue. You can see the colors. And again, I just went in with a little bit of glitter and a little bit of metallic because I think every page needs that. And I also did this page, which was just the Merry Christmas, and I just used some permanent markers on these 2 pages. I love looking at the reverse. It's so satisfying. So I'm happy to have gotten 4 done in here. This book is definitely staying out to continue working on in January because, again, jolly coloring all year, but also there's a bunch of just wintry ones in here. It's like half Christmas and half winter. So perfect. We'll be keeping that out. Next up, I did 4, I think, in Lines, Dots. I never get this right. Lines, Spots, and Dots Christmas by Kira Sherzhneva, or One Color Relaxation. Is that her name? Color Relaxation. This is just a 1-color book. So I did a bunch in here. These were a lot of fun to do. Why does this look wet? I think it's glittery, but I don't know how that happened. So can you see all that? What happened there? Weird. These are a lot of fun to do while you're doing something else because obviously you just need the 1 color. So like I was watching baking shows and I would do this page, or if I was like, I don't remember, but I was definitely doing other things while doing these pages. Probably just the baking shows or the movies because I do a lot of that. So there's a bell. And here are some ornaments. I used my Arteza Everblends for these, and all of the Everblends I used, all 3, were from the Arteza Advent Calendar, which you will also see me opening in that Advent video. This is like a steeple. This one's harder to see in real life, but it's looking good here. Snowman. Cute, cute. Obviously, you don't know what it's going to be before you do it. For a lot of them. Like, some of them you can kind of tell. Especially, I want to say the dots. Because, like, colored in or not, you can kind of see what they are. So, I couldn't really choose the best color necessarily. Because you didn't know what it was going to be for the lines. But I enjoy this book a lot. And hopefully, it will be getting more done in here. I have 2 done in Belba Families all about Christmas. This is like a 3-in-1 book, so it has their Clever series, it has their 3x3 squares, and then it has traditional color by number. Belba Family is crushing it with these new releases and with all these different types of coloring. I am very impressed and excited, and I ordered 2 of their new books, and I'm upset at myself, but it happened. That's fine. So, the 2 pages I did this stocking. This was part of the Clever series. When I was picking, obviously I didn't know what it was going to be, so I just kind of picked one that looked like it didn't have too much, and it worked out. And actually, I really enjoyed using the dot method for this. I just think that looks super cute, and it was easier to cover mistakes than if I used the cross method, because with the cross method, you go all the way to the lines, so if you white it out, you might also white out the lines, but if you can see, I had a little mistake right there, and I don't think it's very noticeable until I point it out. And that's what I want. So, and then I did this cute Santa, which again, I could tell that there was a lot of white space, so I thought that'd be a good page to do for a daily challenge because I didn't necessarily know if I'd have a lot of time, so I used the dot method for this, and I really am liking the dot method. And I think this one, I used permanent marker that were a little bit thicker than, so I like the fine tip Sharpie size instead of like an ultra fine, and that made the dot method super easy because you could basically literally just touch down and the ink would spread enough to make your dots. So I really enjoyed that. Then I got 1 done in 50 Lovely Gnomes by Camilla Angelkova. I'm a huge Camilla Angelkova fan, so there's that. I'm really interested in seeing what she's going to come out with next, because if you look in the back of her books, she would kind of like leave spaces for what's coming. So like the seasonal miniatures are both out now, but they weren't. So you kind of like knew what was coming next. And there's really no spaces left. So I don't know. It's like a mystery. What's going to come next? And I'm excited to find out. Maybe another black background. There's space there. Or maybe another fantasy book. But then this book would be in the back. So I have no idea. That was a lot of just conjecture. But here we go. I did this page. I think it's super cute. I ended up not doing the background. If I do backgrounds, I need to do them first. So once I didn't do it first, it wasn't going to happen because I would have had to go around all the little details. But I like it anyway. It's a white out. The sky's so white from all the snow. For the snowbanks, I just took the lightest blue I had and like traced along the lines. And then I took my, what are those called? Colorless blenders, and then traced along that. So in person, it like looks wet. I don't know if it's coming off at all on camera, but that's fine. I like how it came out, and it's cute. I think I just used probably Cali Arts for all this because those are my alcohol markers, so that makes sense. But fun, fun, fun. Then I have 2 pages done in my Mickey, Donald, and Co. I really like this book. And what's special for me in this book is I've been just outlining and then moving on to the next one, or like doing what I want. So like going in a little bit, doing a little bit on each page. So I'm 23 pages of outlining done, but I actually completely finished 2. I figure if I keep going and just do all the outlining, then I just have a regular coloring book. So that's my little sneak hint, tip, whatever there. But I did this page of my boy Goofy, who is also called Dingo in France, which always makes me laugh. And I think that's from like the Goof Troop special in the 90s, which I really want to watch. I'm pretty sure Goof Troop is on Disney Plus, and I'm a big Goofy fan. So I will have to investigate that. I don't remember. I think I just used my super tips. Actually, did speed coloring. sped up, whatever, of these 2 pages in one of my Advent videos. And there is Donald being Fred from Mickey's Christmas Carol. There's a ton of Christmas Carol pages in this book, which I, of course, love because it's one of my favorite things. So there's my page for this year. And I'm glad because I still have more to do next year of Mickey's Christmas Carol, especially since this book kind of goes in chronological order, so I won't get to these outlining, so I'll still have them to do next year for sure. I did 1 page in Sun Life Drawings, World of Mice, stained glass, color by number. There was one that was very specifically Christmassy themed, and that is what I did. So I use Staedtler dual tip markers for this book. This is the one book, or I guess series of books, since they use the same color palette, that I did label out a set of markers, but that's because I had brought them on a cruise at one point, so I literally only brought the 22 markers with me, so I just have kept them labeled out, and that is what I used. Obviously, it's water-based, so it's a little bit streakier, but I don't mind. I think I've gotten okay at having it be consistently streaky, so it just almost looks stylized. So that's my style, streaky. Then I did a page in Merry Christmas Designs by Creative Haven by Suzanne Anushian, I hope. And this is an older one from them, and I've done a few pages now, but this year I did this bad boy. I hope that we can see the glitter, but I basically did a bunch of rainbow elves, and I did glitter on all their accents, so their little puff, and their shoes, and their belt buckle, and then I did all different skin tones. I did this with watercolor paint, so for the skin tones, I just started with the lightest one and did like one super light guy on each row, and then I made it a little darker in one random, a little darker, and then that's what I did. So these are very all-inclusive elves for certain. So I like it. Cute, cute, cute. Next up, I'm not even sure if I did this in December or ended up doing it in the end of November, but I did the last page in here. I should date it, I know. I never remember to date my pages. So this is my first Satch and Satchdeva book. I have a second one since then, but this was the first, and this is the one I got done. And also, I'm going to flex on you with my boy Sammy. Sam did this one. So he did this on the 11th. That's his horrific signature. But one of the Advent calendar days was to color together. So this is what he colored. And we watched the Jim Carrey's Grinch while we were coloring. This took him like more than half the movie because I tried to get him to start a second page. But he was like, I don't have time. I was like, all right, fine. So there's that one. That's Festive Christmas by Satch and Satchdeva. I don't know if I opened it too quickly. Next up, speaking of Sam, I'm going to show you our fail. I made you guys a promise and I did not fulfill it. This is what we did, 2 parts of our anniversary Q&A, and we never finished. So that is the majority of our page. I'm not sure if it will ever get finished, so this might be it. I think a lot of mine can just be snow. So people in the comments were saying that Sam's was like a Halloween vibe, and then mine was Christmas. So that's kind of cool because they like transition into each other. So that might be the end for these. But if you didn't watch those videos, I think they're pretty funny. So I recommend checking them out. I'll have the first one linked up above for you. Next up is my Color Questopia books. This one is Christmas Color Questopia. This is one of the books that I'm hoping to finish next year because I'm sure they'll come out with new ones next year that I will want. So I'm going to hopefully finish this one. I did this page, which is like the table setting. I love this page so much. I just think it's so cute. And for whatever reason, a lot of people have been doing this and posting it. And I feel like they're all just different enough and they're all adorable. So this is my take on it. These 2 pages that I'm about to show you are the 2 pages I colored during the Grinch. So that is page number 1. And I've just been using permanent markers like crazy. And this is page number 2 with that cute little snowman. I just think these are so cute. I actually should have had a 3rd page done. Wait, I did do this page. I did do a 3rd page. possibly all during that movie. I really booked it. I have no idea what Sam's excuse was, but I did this third page, which was Santa's workshop. Super cute. And what I did not do is finish off my Nutcracker page because I wanted to make her not just peach, but then she came out really orange and I was sad, and then I never finished. But I think once I put like the darker colors around her, she'll come back to looking like a real human color. It doesn't look that bad in camera, so that's good. But she's pretty orange. It's unfortunate. But I'm really excited to finish that page this year. Don't worry. And my other Color Questopia book is Christmas Fantasy. I did 2 in here this month. I think in my Advent 4, I did both of these on speed color, if you enjoy speed coloring. So this is the mermaids and the jellyfish. Super cute. Not much to say. Again, all permanent markers. And this is the gingerbread house. Super cute. I really like both of these. Again, I'm going to be working on these all year. This is crazy, though. This was the Parkour permanent markers that I got as a gift. And just weird things have been happening to them. So, like, this looks like you see fingerprints all over this. And I don't know how. And the yellowing from the page next to it. Don't enjoy that. It's just a weird time. So I did both of these with those Parkour ones. And, oh, yeah, you can see that the green looks like it's wet. Like, it looks greasy. Look at that. That's entire Santa. So that's unfortunate. But I have since been gifted from Lauren Loves Color, Shuttle Art, that's the name brand, Shuttle Art permanent markers, and I have had no problems with those so far. So I've been switching over to those, and I'll probably give Sam the Parkours to try if he ever wants to. We're getting there. Next up is Christmas Mosaics by Sun Life Drawing. This is, unfortunately, the not black background version. They came out with them right after I bought this one. I was like, oh, man. So I got 2 pages done in here. I did the teddy bear trees. Love that. And then I did the fireplace. I also started one more that I did not finish. But again, this will be one of the ones I work on. Where did I start? I don't know where it is, but I started this one. So the cover page in here somewhere. We're getting there. Okay, this book I have become obsessed with. This is Christmas Delights, cross-stitch style adult coloring book by Alice Mills Publishing. Currently, this company has 3 books out. I now own all 3, and I love it. I'm hoping to finish this book up this year too, and I didn't even know I wanted to. Like, this 100% jumped the line. I've been working back to front, so I did all but one of these this month. These are very, very shiny paper, which looks really cool in person, but makes it a little bit hard to show you, so I apologize for that. But here is the classic bauble stocking. Toys and treats. I find that I like the circled in ones more than the not, which I'll show you in a second. This one was the only one I didn't do in December. This is Living My Best Life. It's time for cookies, cocoa, and movies, which is basically my December theme. So I was living my best life. Skated Out. I just love this book. Angel from Above. I love that one. But as you can see, especially since I was using permanent markers, because I was on a permanent marker kit, it would bleed through. So I liked working backwards, because that way, if you weren't sure where you were on the design, you can kind of like look at the little cheat. But then once you use the permanent markers, it muddied it up a little bit. Tangled Lights. Chime in Time. Excuse me. Chime in Time. And Puppy in Paradise. This is the one that took me forever and like almost put me in a slump. I don't understand what happened with it, but it's not circled in, so I'm blaming that. And then Sweetest Ginger. So cute. So that's about half of the book, I think. I'll have to count it out, but I had a lot of fun, and I'm definitely going to be continuing in this book. All right, the next 2 are still Christmas pages, but they were not from my Advent calendar. So, Jade Summer finally decided to come out with their grayscale books. So, I had not had any Kawaii Girls before, so I purchased the grayscale 4-in-1. And I did this page as a buddy color with Jess who is Gummy Bear Colors here on YouTube. So I like it. The grayscale is super dark on these new pages. It's very strange. I think I showed this in my haul, but like if you look at the grayscale in the front of the book versus the back of the book, like that's a big difference. So this is her hair flowing all the way down to here, but it's kind of hard to see. But I basically just colored her in with Cali Art markers and then added some glitter and metallic all over because that's what I do. So that was a lot of fun. And thank you, Jess, for buddy coloring with me. I'm excited to do more pages in here. I actually just set one up with Michaela from Coloring with Mickey. We're going to do that page, so you will see that next month for sure. Then I also did a buddy color from my other New Jade Summer book. This book was gifted to me from Lauren Loves Color, who I will link down below, and it's Chibi Christmas Grayscale. This was her first grayscale coloring, and we did a lot of overlapping elements, which was super funny and super cool. So I've been calling her Garage Girl because I picture that they are in the garage getting all the decorations out. And that's what's going on here. I think we did the same hair color and like the tuba and the soccer ball the same. And you're like, of course you did the soccer ball the same. But like we picked the same two hexagons to be black. And like, if it was similar, okay? You're going to have to check her out and see hers, and then you'll be like, you're right. And then again, just some metallic gold, because you can't have a Christmas page without some metallic gold. And we've made it to the end. The final page that I did was the only not Christmas page, even though you can almost think it is. We'll see. I'll show you in a second. So this is Celestial Color Counts by Mindware. This is my first Mindware page I've ever done. I purchased 4 books at once, and this is the first one I got to. And I did this angel page. So angels are kind of Christmassy, right? But I used my Statler dual tip, water-based markers. I could have used my permanents, but I did not. Tried something different. I have mixed feelings on this. I will get back to you as I do more. But one, this number 24, they didn't list on the side. So luckily they do have the full color palette in the front, but I thought that was a weird misstep since there's a good amount of it. That was just interesting. And also, I colored these in as I went. So I just wung it, if that is a word, I don't know, winged it. I just picked randomly. I was like, okay, blue. But if you look in the front, their version of blue is actually much closer to navy. So that's why my night sky is a lot lighter. But again, this was my first time, so I just kind of picked based off the color names. I think that's the only one that I got wrong. But again, it's fine. So yeah, number 24 was lavender, and that wasn't listed at all. So interesting. I will definitely be continuing in these. These books are unique because of 2 things. One, they have 2 copies of each, and one is color by number and one is just blank, so you can do what you want. They're perforated, and also they have these fun double page spreads that fold out. So again, there's the color by number and there is the knot. So for me, I'm going to consider this done if I do all the color by number. I'm not going to worry about doing the knots, but there's also only about 12 unique images in here. So keep all of those things in mind if you're going to purchase one of these bad boys. So that's Celestial. And I think that is the end for me. I'm trying to get out of the glare without holding it up. But thank you so much for watching. Again, I think this might be going up New Year's Day. I don't know. Happy New Year. Thank you for sticking with me. I hope that you subscribe if you haven't. I'm a fun time, and we're going to do a lot of fun stuff in 2021. Like this video, comment down below, all that stuff. And do we need a word? Brain. Our word is brain if you made it all the way to the end. That'll be a weird one. Nobody will catch on. But thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again in 2 days with something new. Bye!